I want to welcome everybody to this week's Wednesday Word of Encouragement and begin by wishing everybody a Merry and blessed Christmas this year. I kind of been wondering lately what people have been hearing and seeing when they've reflected on the Christmas story this year. It's something we as believers do every year. It holds a special place in the life of the church. And I'm just excited to hear from people on what they see and are encouraged by. And I know that I had something kind of jump out at me this last time I read through the Christmas story, and it was an encouragement for me. And the first encouragement I have for you this week is if you haven't taken the time to read through the Christmas story and the scriptures, particularly Matthew and Luke, do it. I encourage you to do it. Just take some time, turn everything off, close the door if you need to, and just spend time with God's Word and let God speak to you. But I had an interesting one that I want to just share with you, and that is, as I was reading through it, probably one of the darkest and gloomiest, discouraging parts of the Christmas story is when Matthew writes about the wise men that came and visited Jesus, and they upset Herod, and he was a ruthless king. And when they found out that the wise men, after they found Jesus, went home a different way, and it just upset him. And then he sent his soldiers to Bethlehem and had them kill all of the male children 2 years old and younger. And Matthew says this was to fulfill the prophecy of Jeremiah, that there would be weeping and mourning and they wouldn't be comforted. But I want you to see that even in that dark time in the Christmas story, the story of the wise men coming to worship baby Jesus, the young child there in Bethlehem, is we have a vivid picture of the lost and deprived and sin-fallen world that we live in. In that dark picture, in the midst of all that we remember as we celebrate Christmas, is this thought that I want to encourage you with. And that is that Jesus came that first Christmas to redeem that lost, dying, and dark world. We got that clear picture of those little boys being murdered by Herod. But even in that, it didn't stop God's plan to send a Redeemer to save the world. So be encouraged by that, and encourage you to see what God speaks to you through this Christmas story this year. Again, as I began, I end this Wednesday Word of Christmas. Merry Christmas, and God bless you this year.